Have you ever felt powerless because of your health issues? Now, recently, I had a fever, and for around 1 to 2 weeks, I was absolutely tired because of medication and I couldn't get anything done. And I usually do not fall sick. And this got me thinking about health and about our mind. And as I was going through this issue, I watched an interesting video which was talking about how Swami Paramahansa Yogananda, the author of the Autobiography of a Yogi, went through a lot of health issues, and his guru, his teacher, Sri Yukteswar Giri, guided him and helped him understand the power of his mind and how he can heal himself. If you wish to understand the power of your mind, and if you wish to understand how your mind has a tremendous influence on your body and on your health, not just this, but on your relationships, wealth, etc., then make sure to watch this video till the end, where we will discover the true potential of human mind. The Adhvaitha channel is about consciousness and conscious creation. Here we explore Vedanta and various other teachings from India to understand the nature of reality and to consciously create our lives. Now the story goes like this. Swami Paramahansa Yogananda had serious digestive disorders throughout his life as a young boy. Because of this, his body was always weak and he could not gain proper weight and he could not find strength and energy to do a lot of things, including, spiritual practices. Now, this is the context. And now I will directly read from the book, The Autobiography of a Yogi, to understand the fascinating powers of human mind. Here, Swami Yogananda writes, "One afternoon, during my early months at the ashram, I found Sri Yukteswar's eyes fixed on me piercingly. 'You are too thin, Mukunda,' his teacher says this. His remark struck a sensitive point. My sunken eyes and emaciated appearance were not to my liking. Chronic dysphagia, which is chronic indigestion, had afflicted me since childhood. Many bottles of tonic stood on a shelf in my room at home. None had helped me. Occasionally, I would sadly ask myself if life were worthwhile with a body so unsound. Medicines have limitations. The divine creative life force has none. Believe that. You shall be well and strong.' Master's words instantly convinced me that I could successfully apply their truth in my own life. No other healer, and I had tried many, had been able to arouse in me such profound faith. Day by day, I waxed in health and strength. Through Sri Yukteswar's hidden blessing, in 2 weeks, I gained the weight that I had vainly sought in the past. My stomach ailments vanished permanently. On later occasions, I was privileged to witness my Guru's divine healings of persons suffering from diabetes, epilepsy, tuberculosis, or paralysis. Years ago, I too was anxious to put on weight. Master told me shortly after he had healed me. Now, the Guru of Sri Yogananda, who is Yukteswar Giri, is sharing his story. And he is talking about how his Guru helped him understand the powers of his mind. And this is the interesting part. Years ago, I too was anxious to put on weight. Master told me shortly after he healed me. After severe illnesses, I visited Lahari Mashraya in Banaras. 'Sir,' I said, 'I have been very sick and have lost many pounds. I see, Yukteswar, you made yourself unwell and now you think you are thin.' This reply was far from the one I had expected. My Guru, however, added encouragingly, 'Let me see. I'm sure you ought to feel better tomorrow.' My receptive mind accepted his words as a hint that he was secretly healing me. The next morning, I sought him out and exclaimed exultingly, 'Sir, I feel much better today. Indeed, today you invigorate yourself.' 'No, Master,' I protested. 'It is you who have helped me. This is the first time in weeks that I have had any energy.' Oh, yes, your issue has been quite serious. Your body is frail yet. Who can say how it will be tomorrow? The thought of a possible return of my weakness brought me a shudder of cold fear. The following morning, I could hardly drag myself to Lahari Mashia's home. Sir, I'm ailing again. My guru's glance was quizzical. So once more, you indispose yourself. My patience was exhausted. Gurudeva, I said, I realize now that day by day you have been ridiculing me. I don't understand why you disbelieve my truthful reports. This is what Sri Yukteswar Giri says, and to this his teacher replies with the profound truth of reality. Really, it has been your thoughts that have made you feel alternatively weak and strong. My guru looked at me affectionately. You have seen how your health has exactly followed your subconscious expectations. Thought is a force, even as electricity or gravitation. The human mind is a spark of the almighty consciousness of God. I could show you that whatever your powerful mind believes very intensely would instantly come to pass. Knowing that Lahari Mashaya never spoke idly, I addressed him with great awe and gratitude. Master, if I think that I am well and that I have regained my former weight, shall those things come to pass? This was his question. And then his teacher says, It is so, even at this moment. My guru spoke bravely. His gaze concentrated on my eyes. I instantly felt an increase, not only of strength but of weight. Lahari Mashaya retreated into silence. After a few hours at his feet, I returned to my mother's house where I stayed during my visits to Banaras. My son, what is the matter? Are you swelling with dropsy? Mother could hardly believe her eyes. My body was now as full and robust as it had been before my illness. I weighed myself and found that in one day I had gained 50 pounds and they have remained permanently. Friends and family who had seen my thin figure were overcome with amazement. A number of them changed their mode of life and became disciples of Lahari Mashia as a result of this miracle. Now, all of this might sound like supernatural things and it might sound like a miracle, but the point of the story is that it is not. This is not a miracle. As per Sri Lahari Mahashya, this is the natural law. Our mind is explained as reflected consciousness in Vedanta. Our mind is nothing but consciousness, and the consciousness is infinite and absolute. With it, anything is possible. Most of us, when we listen to these stories, we think, why will we ever wish illness for ourselves? Why will we ever bring in poverty or struggle for ourselves? The answer to this is that we are not doing this consciously. That is the problem. Because of our conditioning and because of our past karma, we have certain limiting beliefs and we have certain deep-seated tendencies that are within us. And this is at the deeper levels of the mind. We are unaware of it. We are unconscious of it. And since these limiting beliefs are within our mind, and since our mind is a reflection of consciousness, our mind gives life to these beliefs and makes them true and manifests them in our life. So this is what has been happening. With this understanding, we must awaken to conscious creation. We must understand the importance of waking up and living our lives consciously. And let us continue with the story a little bit because the next few paragraphs are really interesting. My guru, awake in God, knew this world to be nothing but an objectivized dream of the Creator. Because he was completely aware of his unity with the divine dreamer, Lahari Mahashaya could materialize or dematerialize or make any other change he wished in the dream atoms of the phenomenal world. All creation is governed by law, Sri Yukteswar concluded. The principles that operate in the outer universe, discoverable by scientists, are called natural laws. But there are subtler laws that rule the hidden spiritual planes and the inner realm of consciousness. These principles are knowable through the science of yoga. It is not the physicist, but the self realized master who comprehends the true nature of matter. By such knowledge, Christ was able to restore the servant's ear after it had been cut by one of the disciples. So, like this, the story goes on. But I think you get the essence of it. We are very powerful. Vedanta says that our potential is infinite. We are the infinite consciousness in our essence. And whatever thought, whatever beliefs, whatever assumptions that we hold within our awareness, we are unconsciously giving life to it and we are unconsciously manifesting it in our lives. Just think about this. How many of us, because of our conditioning and because of our upbringing, think that it is natural to lose energy as we grow up? It is natural to get glasses as we grow up. It is natural to get ill health as we grow up. These are all limiting beliefs. There are many instances of yogis who lived for hundreds and hundreds of years without any ailment or illness. Some of these yogis lived without consuming food and even without drinking water. Now, these are extreme cases, but what we can understand from all this is the power of the mind and the potential of a human being. We need to understand that whatever we do in life, we must do it consciously and we must become aware of the unconscious thought patterns, unconscious beliefs, and unconscious tendencies that are there deep within our subconscious. Only once we become aware of them can we address them and can we change them. And with regards to all this, you must understand conscious creation. Conscious creation is about understanding the truths of reality and understanding our own true potential. Through this, we can begin to live our ideal life and create holistic abundance in all areas of our life. If you want to know more about ACS and conscious creation, then check out this important video that we have made on conscious creation. The link for this will be in the description. And next, you can check out this video that we had made on the nature of consciousness and how consciousness is the fundamental aspect of reality. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Subscribe to Advaita to wake up. Shivoham.